What's up, guys? You got you don't have an assignment, it's just notes. And I'll grade based on the notes that we're taking. I have a list of videos here. I'm going to split this up so it doesn't become quite so long. So you have this paper that shows all the steps. The other paper's for another video that I have today. And I'm going to do steps 1 and 2 in this packet on the first video. So we have to solve these equations. The first thing we're going to do is put how many solutions or answer the equation has. Well, since x is to the second power, there are 2. And then put what powers your x's are 2, and then make sure you have equals 0. Okay, so I have x to the second and x to the first. So that's 2 types of x's. So we have to have we have to see the 0 there, and we do. Next problem, there's 2 answers. And we have x to the second, and we have x to the first. Okay, and this goes pretty quick right here. Okay, 2 answers. And we have x to the second, and we have x to the first. And the 0 is there for us. If the 0 wouldn't be there, that'd be something we'd have to deal with, but it's there. 2 answers. I have x to the second, and I've got x to the first. X to the second, so 2 answers. I have x to the second, and on the 16 I've got x to the first. 2 answers, and I have x to the second, and I have x to the first. Two answers, and I have x to the second, and I have x to the first. 0 is right there. 2 answers, and I have x to the second, and I have x to the first. 2 answers, and I have x to the second with the negative 15, and then x to the first behind the 45. 2 answers. I have x to the second, and then I have x to the first. Notice how 35 doesn't have an x. Okay, 2 answers. And I have x to the second, and I have x to the first. And the last one, 2 answers, and I have x to the second, and I have x to the first. Okay, that's the end of the first video.